afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Livewire TV. I'm super excited that you're here today, joining us. Thank you for joining us today. Livewire TV is a place where we like to talk all about business strategies for growth. So we cover topics to do with business strategies for growth, marketing strategies, and also mindset as well. And Livewire TV is a part of Livewire Media, where we do corporate videography, photography, and also video marketing. So today we have the amazing Samaa. Samaa, welcome to Livewire TV. I'm super excited to have you back on here again.
Thank
you. For those of you who remember, Samaa came on last year to talk all about the amazing power of the brain. And what an incredible time to be talking about that right now, right?
Yes, of course.
For those of you who don't know, Samaa is an absolute expert when it comes to pretty much anything to do with the brain, learning all about neuroscience to change the way that we think, how we feel about ourselves, and ultimately change our lives for the better. Samaa's got an incredible story that she's going to be sharing with us today, and it's just super inspirational. This woman is the woman to go to for using your brain to massively transform any aspect of your life. And the teachings are really incredible. Samaa, welcome to Livewire TV. Give us a bit of a brief introduction as to what we're going to be talking about today.
Thank you very much, and welcome everyone. Good afternoon. Today we're going to talk about what's in your way for changing your life, because there are loads of things that you might not know, and you might put blaming on others or on the environment, but mostly it's from our brain. And we will now discuss what's the meaning of brain, because brain is everything. Your mind, your brain, your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, your cognitive skills, and your neurons. So this is all in neuroscience, which we call it brain science. So we will discuss a story, or we will be discussing every key factor by itself. So in terms of
guys, do drop your questions in the comments. Samaa, let's start with your backstory and how you were able to reach where you are now.
It's a wonderful question. Now, I have been asked this question last year. So now, today, March 2021, I'm different from August 2020. It was a major, I'll say it's a very important change. Why did I change more? I will explain now. It's because of everything happening around the world. Now, the first thing that I had this such dream when I was 12 years old, that I want to be a surgeon doctor like my dad. But unfortunately, you need the grades, you need high grades. Sometimes it's the education system or the country you are living at. So it wasn't meant to be a surgeon doctor, but I decided that because my aim, my vision is to heal people from their pains, I don't want to see children and people in pain. So I know that now, when I'm in this age, I know that the pain comes from inside us, from our brain, from our mind. So I became, firstly, I graduated, or I had my first post-graduation master degree in education and psychology in 1999. But I didn't stop learning since then until now. But I decided when I became an international educator, so I was educating children in education and psychology, but internationally. So I was in the United States, Canada, and the Middle East. All during my journey in teaching, I was with children with difficulties, all type of difficulties in learning. And I was working with them in the education system as an educator, and in psychological issues if they have or they are facing psychological issues, by going backward to their childhood background or their families. But I was always having this question until this day. There's something else we can do. Once you have this in your mind, there is something else we can do. There is always something else we can do. And if you have this passion to help people to the highest limit, people or children or anybody else or any age, you will find the way, because when you are focusing on this target, on this aim, you will find your way. So suddenly in 2012, I had a child she had been with me for 5 years. So in 2013, every year I am reviewing her. So she is in three months at the beginning of the year. She's failing in grades, and then she upgrade because I'm working on her in a new systematic curriculum system. So suddenly I say there's something else I should do to this child. And I took her was making my own research. I was in Saudi Arabia in the Middle East, so I made in-depth research if there's something else I can do for her. And suddenly I came through Brain RX Center in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and I booked an appointment for her on my expense. It's This is what I do here in my center. It's the comprehensive cognitive skill assessment for everybody from age 6 to 70. We can do and apply this system. So I took her there. She was 12 when I made the assessment. But suddenly the result became that her brain age was 5 and 7 years old. So she was far away from her actual age. So she is learning an academic system of 12-year-old, but her brain is not processing as the strength of a 12-year-old girl. Her brain
Mm.
was processing as a 7 or 5-year-old child. So
Why was that?
now this girl, and this where comes, haha, there's why did I do this cognitive assessment? Because when I was working on her psychological issues, she was extremely traumatized. She had a background of divorced parents.
Mm.
So I was working hard, very, very hard with her to release her anxiety. She is a severely anxious girl, and she is severely traumatized from the family because of the situation, from her sisters. There's a big story there. So instead of working on one area, I found that there is a big gap in her brain cognitive skills. So instead of her brain being a pot and you are putting all the knowledge, it's draining. And this is
Mm.
where Brain RX program comes. And this is what my center has, other than any center or any place in the UK. They apply lots of programs or services, but they don't have the program and the service I had from the United States. I have two services. So this is where I started. I said, I'm not going to be an educator anymore. I'm going to go to be a professional brain trainer. So I left education, and I went to work as a brain trainer since 2013 until today. So it was April 2013. It's almost an 8 year of cognitive brain practitioner. And now add that it's a comprehensive approach here, because when the client come, they have complex issues. So they will be approached through a systematic program. And suddenly, when I was like in 2018, my son, he entered the university. He is a student now, still a student. He is studying petroleum engineering. And I said, I want to be a student again. So I'm 40, I'm 46 now. So, but I graduated from my second master degree. I decided in 2018, I'm going to make another master degree. Why did I decide that? Because I was thrilled. And I said, there's something else I can do. It's brain awareness, it's brain plasticity awareness. Since you are in depth, or I am in depth in this field, I need to reach to higher amount of people. So my thesis was about public awareness of brain plasticity and cognitive compensation for people above 40 and long life learning. So this is why I'm here now with you and what we are going to talk about. So we will say every single person, if you want to change, you need to have three facts. You have to have the will, the thrill, and the skill. So for me, I had the cognitive skills, but I didn't have the skill of writing or making master degree in the UK level 7. But this wasn't
Just to recap on that bit, Samaa, what do you mean by cognitive skills?
okay. The cognitive skills, as we do here in our center, they are 7 core cognitive skills. You can see it behind me here. Okay,
Yeah.
this is where you see behind me. And these are the main cognitive skills we work at when we are assessing people. So we have the attention, working memory, processing speed, and long term memory, logic and reasoning, auditory processing, and the visual processing. So these are the core cognitive skills. For me, I have been strengthening my cognitive skills since 2013. So, yes, I have the pot, the ability of the brain to handle and catch new skills. So, what I needed to do, I wanted to challenge myself. So, was my thrill in 2018 was I want to challenge myself and see how am I going to do to have a master degree, a second master degree in the UK, studying a new skill, which is writing in level 7 and making research in level 7 in the UK. However, the other thrill was I need to make public awareness about the brain plasticity for adults. However, I have people coming here, but I want to make it much more in depth and spread it more. And the will was very strong because it's from inside. I have the passion since I was a child. So we need these three factors in our life: will, thrill, and skill. And we will discuss now in depth about how to find them, how to understand ourselves, how to know that I have them? Can I change them? Can I have them? Am I able to change my life or do something else? So yes, it was smooth and easy. It was really a smooth and easy process of having the masters. And I graduated, I finished, I passed my thesis in January 2021. The graduation ceremony will be in July 2021. So it is a really wonderful achievement. I think it didn't add a lot to me as a business as much as it is something that I challenged myself, firstly. Secondly, I have other reasons, which are personal reasons, but I wanted to do something that it is recognized, that it's public awareness. This is the title
Yeah,
of my thesis, and we will speak now in this interview, in this week of Brain Awareness Week, we are going to highlight about the brain plasticity. So I am doing this now. However, I did that in my thesis. I'm doing this now through this interview with you.
fantastic. Guys, if you have any questions, do drop them in the comments below. We're talking all about brain plasticity, neuroscience, and how you can tap into that to make massive changes in your life. Because as I'm sure you're aware, change starts from within. It starts from within the mindset. But there's the spiritual side of it, and then there's also the scientific side of it. And today we're talking all about the scientific side of it as well. We're going to
Yes.
take away all of the jargon, so we're going to simplify everything for you today.
Yeah.
So do drop your comments in the questions below. Samaa is an absolute brain expert when it comes to using your brain for massive change. I mean, her track record is just incredible. And do share this out with your contacts as well, because Sam is going to be sharing some real amazing golden nuggets of wisdom that may help somebody on your newsfeed. And by you sharing this out with them, it could actually help them as well. So, first of all, Samaa, can you clarify what is brain plasticity?
Yes, of course, definitely. So everybody, all human beings have brain plasticity. The brain plasticity is the ability of the brain. So this is a brain. You can squeeze it, but it's not plastic. Okay, our brain is not like the plastic that you can mold it and stop like this. The brain is the only, or the neurons, because it is neuroplasticity, because every neuron in your brain is the neurons. Okay, here are your neurons all connected together. So here's a neuron. Every neuron is in your brain had a plasticity. Plasticity is the ability to rewire and rechange and restructure. Now, the first thing that who is going to benefit from your business or who's going to benefit from what I'm talking about? Everybody. People who had brain injury, stroke, people or children who have learning difficulties, because there is a problem with the connectivity of their cognitive skills, which I explained here. So we will rewire their brain cells, the neurons, that they will have. The plasticity is, if we have this is the neuron, these are
Hmm.
the synaptics. So once we are having this synaptics growing again through our methods, through our procedures, through our training. These synaptics are growing and growing and functioning with others and growing, having a lot of functions. And this is a very simple explanation of brain plasticity, the ability of the brain to rewire, regrow, or to refunction again, or to be after hibernation or after the damage or after any type of stroke, that it can grow again. And the brain is the only organ that you can change. And it can be wiring and firing and growing till the last day of your life if you don't stop
Wow.
learning new skills in your life. And this is why we are here today, because
That,
I'm
that
very
is so
concerned about,
incredible, Samaa.
yeah, it is really. I am so fascinated about our brain. And as much as I learn, as as much as I am, I tell you, 1,000% convinced that the change is from us, every individual. If you have the will to
Yeah.
change, or the will to do something new in your life, or to learn something, or to learn a new skill, you can do it. Don't worry. But you need a roadmap. And this roadmap need a professional person. And what I'm doing today, or what I'm talking about today, is the latest update about the neuroscience or the brain science that will help my clients or everybody who is concerned about himself, herself, her brain, her health. But it's so difficult to understand it as academic. But I will translate it as a procedure, as a service, as a training that I do to my clients.
I was going to say, what's your process for changing someone's life? Because, well, this is kind of a two-part question because, first of all, do you have to have some sort of traumatic experience for those neurons in your brain to break and then be fixed by you and therefore get stronger? Or
And,
does it?
both of them. If you have a problem, traumatic stress, or a traumatized person, or an injury, if you have this issue, we can help you. If you don't have any issue, we can still make you a genius. Einstein once said that geniuses are the people who are curious to change. You have to be curious, looking for ways, creativity. Okay, and this is not an easy thing to do if you are in a chaotic world, or you don't catch the map, write what you want, follow the roadmap. Now here is my roadmap for people who comes to me, ask me, or call me, or they need help, because people, they come confused, they don't know what's the problem with them. It might be not cognitive skills that they need brain or x-brain training. It might be that they have a behavior issue, they have a habit, they have things, oh, they are not motivated, or they have a blockage, or they have health issues. So when I'm approaching people now, brain plasticity, we can apply resilience to brain plasticity. Bear in mind, we are now in the time of resilience. The COVID-19 make us resilient people. Look at me. I usually do my speech through audience. I have people around me. I'm making presentation, live presentation with people. But now we have to do it through an interview, a video interview. But this is fine. That's okay. And people are now calling me. They can have our service, maybe hybrid, like you can come and attend. We are not forced to close, or they can make it on
Yes, you've
live.
adapted to be able to do both. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Our services are able to be done through live streaming with me to make the cognitive training, or to make any other therapy, or any problem or any issue to fix. Now, this is what I do. This is our map. This is the human being. We are a human being. We have three key facts in our life. We need to think about them. I start asking questions to my clients if they don't have any cognitive issues related to learning like this. But I still ask them to make the Gibson assessment, to make a cognitive assessment if they want to learn new thing, and they can't, because
Yeah.
this will reveal a lot of issues. So what we need to do, there is something is called top bottom, which is brain to body, bottom top, body to brain, out in. Outside is the environment, to in, which is our bodies or our brain. So what is top down? Top down is our thoughts, our cognitive skills, our emotions, our feelings, our mindset, our beliefs. Now, everything affect on everything. If I fix an area and don't fix the other area, I'm not doing something comprehensive. I'm not fixing the issue 100%. The other part is bottom top, which is the body. So many people, they come with physical issues or body issues, but we need to look that the body, what is the body? What is we need to look after our bodies. It's the genes, the hormones, the immune system, our gut, our nutrition, exercising, sleeping. I do approach every single fact in by itself specifically. I need to work on all these questions together, ask every client for all these issues, and fix them one by one. Most of them, they will be fixed with me, and some of them I will make referrals to other people who work as a physical nutritionist or GP. They need some medication or anything else, or a personal trainer for physical exercises. However, the other things will be sorted here. The last key we will fix is the outside in. Bear in mind, we can't change anybody other than ourselves. If
Mm.
you are waiting for others to change, you will never change. You need to start from yourself. But there is a lot outside to affect us. But the brain skills, now I will tell you honestly, I had been facing loads and loads of challenges through this year and the last year. Yes, I'm not away from all the challenges, but because of my brain skills, all my skills I have, I'm overcoming everything and I am using all the techniques
Amazing.
on myself. So, social support, stress from outside, life events, curriculum, education system, nature. So, all these will affect us. How could we manage all the outside which is coming outside is also something that I teach my clients through procedures, how to overcome all these situations and explain every single detail in depth with them to know where does this come from, where did I have this issue from, why am I having this, why am I not changing. So this is
Mm.
where, this is my roadmap, this is where I start. And this is my other roadmap, which I start from both these maps to fix the life or to make life changing for people of all ages. And I have lots of people who came back to me with amazing changes in their life. I'm so happy, so proud of them. Yes. Um, so we need to have this. So we will.
Really, what you're offering is an all-round approach with a focus on the brain activity,
Yes.
essentially,
And
which is
it
fantastic.
is it is focusing on the brain activity. However, and the other issues other than the brain or X brain training, which has been intensive,
Yeah,
they should come to a program. Every single person has his own journey, his own program. It's not like others. So I'm the one who is going to, I'm the consultant. So when I see their problems and I make the diagnosis and see the report, and I will know how to approach them and what is the journey they are going to go through.
fantastic.
Beside their cognitive skills issues, we will be working on their behavior issues and their health issues and any other things that they are facing. And the thing
Because it's
is,
all interlinked, isn't it?
yeah, it is amazing because people will ask you, how are you going to know I'm changing? This is the most important question that everybody will ask. What's the difference between our services in Rising Brains than other services? You know that behavior and emotions and things like this, some people they will recognize themselves that they are changing, but other they can't. But the thing that when they are under brain or X training, we have a plan, we have procedures, and these procedures are getting stronger and harder by time when they are training with me. So once they are upgrading to finish the whole program, which has lots of levels and lots of procedures, this is where I will tell them, I guarantee, without making a post assessment for you, I will guarantee you that you really had
Mm.
a new function, a new brain, and your brain skills and your neurons are functioning and stronger. But some people, they will, in a month, they will start discovering some changes. But I'll tell you honestly, it's not a magic pill. You can't change anything in your life, in your brain, in your mind without working intensively. It needs training. Even if you have a behavior or a habit issue or any other psychological or trauma issue, you need to work on yourself intensively with a practitioner, or you can have the procedure or the technique and you will work on yourself. It needs a 100 minutes or 90 minutes daily, daily, daily for 90 days. It's not
Fantastic.
a magic pill, it's not a magic wand, but it will
It's a
happen.
process, yeah.
It's a process. If you want really the will, I want to change and I have a thrill, I love this and I want to achieve this, I love to learn a new skill, I love to be this and that. So this is your thrill. The will is inside you, very strong will. And then you will gain the skill if you work on yourself and ask a professional person to help you.
Fantastic. Guys, we're broadcasting across LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I would love to know if you are watching. So if you are watching, let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, because of the software that we're using to stream across, I can't actually see who is watching. So I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments if you're watching this. We're talking all about brain science and how you can use that to massively change your life. Some of that kind of brings me to my next question. How exactly does brain plasticity change our lives?
Now, the brain plasticity is something built in your nature, in your brain cell. But if you don't use it, you're not going to have the benefit out of it. And how to use it is how to approach it. So let me give you the what is the way. Now, let's make the question on you, make you as a person who is making a claim, but you can answer yes or no. Now,
Okay.
let's ask you as an experiment to see where is the problem, and then I will tell you how to use our brain plasticity.
Oh, I
Uh,
like it.
is the change that you want an old thing, old habit, or a new skill you want to gain?
Um, it's actually a bit of both.
Okay, give me the one that you have most, because both of them can work. We will have to approach one by one.
Yeah.
So let's say, which one would you like to start with? Do you want to have a new skill?
Yeah, so I would love to be a morning person. I think by nature I'm naturally an afternoon or a night person. I don't know if any of you guys can relate.
Oh, amazing.
I like to take my mornings off and
Oh,
just relax a little bit and then get back into it in the afternoon. Um,
so do you think that do you want to change this?
it would be nice to change it, yeah.
Yeah, this is a habit actually. So you can change it. And bear in mind, ask me at the end, I'll give everybody the
Okay.
procedure to change this. So this is a new skill. Now, let's go to the next question. Do you want to learn the skill how to change?
Yeah.
Yes or not really? Yes? Okay, yes. So when we go to yes, is it easy to learn it for you? Yes or no?
I'd say so, yeah.
Yes. So you need to get practicing. So you need a practitioner, you need a person who will lead you through the trip and give you the steps one by one, guide you and follow up with you. But you are going to have the placebo, the medication, or the change is in your hand. It's in your mind. But once you have this will to change, and yes, I want to change, let's
Yeah.
take the steps. We will go through that. Some people, I'll give you an example. I have a client or a person, I knew him from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, several years ago.
Yeah.
So he got in touch with me. He was asking about me. Then he told me that he is working. He's an employee. He has been a student when I knew him, who was 16. Now he is, it's been an 8 year now. So he was asking me about some issues he is facing at work. And I guide him. I told him, if you like to have a follow up training with me, I will train you. And I
Yeah.
gave him some advices and I told him, you need to read about emotional intelligence and social intelligence. And you need to study these books. I sent it to him and I told him, go read these books. And what did he answer? He said, I hate reading books and I'm not going to read books. So this is the first thing that will stop your change, honey. So when you say I hate or I can't, you are fixed with a habit. I hate reading books. This is a habit. So you need to break this habit. If you have the will, now people come here. I have a child, or she is now a teenage now. She was with me last year. She had 120 sessions. It was a tough journey for her. And at the end of the journey, she achieved massive, amazing achievement. And it you will find her mother review on my Google business reviews on Raising Brains. This girl, she said, I wanted to quit. Every time I wanted to quit, then remember the challenge I'm facing in school. I don't want this challenge anymore. So this what push her to change. So if there is something strong or painful in your life you are facing, the will of change is stronger than that habit or that life or that behavior or that lack of cognitive skills. So once you put your step in the first step of the road, you need to continue in the same strength, and you need to face and focus till the end of the road, and you need to have these motivational strengths all over, because
How how,
the procedures are tough. The
how
process of
do
the journey of
you
changing is not easy. It's not easy at all. It needs your strong will. And what is the strong will is, I don't want to face this problem anymore. I don't want to be this anymore. I don't want to be sick or ill or whatever you like to put anymore. So
so
this
you're
is,
basically saying associate so much pain with where you're at right now, and that will drive you to your
yes.
change.
So you asked, what does brain plasticity change our life? So the girl I spoke about, the boy, he doesn't want to use his brain plasticity. He stopped. No, I'm not going to read the books. It's your choice. You will stay where you are.
Yeah,
Sorry, I can't help you more than this. But if you want to go through it, I'm here to help you. The girl said, "Okay, I'll continue. It's tough. I'll continue." So this girl, she used her brain plasticity and she really changed. Her cognitive skills are amazing. Her behavior is amazing. I can't tell you, her face, her body changed. She became beautiful. She is beautiful, but she became gorgeous. Every person who had a journey with me, I have a picture in my mind for them at the beginning, a picture for them at the end. Their physical appearance changed. You will tell me, is this true? Yes, because once you are changing the connectivity of your brain, you are changing the transmission. Neurotransmitters are functioning and they are going through their brain, the brain and the body cells stronger. Nutrition, if you change your nutrition and take care of yourself, if you sleep well, if you exercise, if you use mindfulness, and we will spoke about mindfulness now, if you have time, there are loads of procedures, loads of techniques I teach my clients through all this journey, and they will really have a new life. It's life changing. Every person, lots of people, they say, okay, I want to change my life, I want to change myself. You can, because the brain is able to change, and this is the brain plasticity. We are not fixed in one place. We are not having an old brand car which is from 1990 and I want it the same car, I want it to be as new as 2021. No, you have to go and buy a new 2021. But the brain, yes, you can have a new brand brain.
fantastic. I mean, that kind of brings me on to my sort of next question. How can people overcome their fears? Because I speak with a lot of people who have things like imposter syndrome and their fear of putting themselves out there in case of like rejection, fear of change, fear of success, fear of failure, all
Yes,
sorts.
yes, yes.
How do you
This
help
is,
people overcome that?
yes, yes. I had loads of clients. However, they are different than the Brain RX clients, and some of them they are Brain RX clients. Now, now we are in this situation since we had been hit with COVID-19. This change had been enforced to every single person on the universe. So we had been enforced to. And look at some people who became so, they are so resilient, and so they became others. They changed. They did lots of things. They overcome the situation. If you want to change yourself from an old, let's say, old Samaa to a new Samaa, there is a river between, which is the unknown. Every single person who don't have this ambition, the will, the strength, the motivation from inside, they will be scared from going through the unknown, the river which lead you to the new. Every single person who wants to go to the new, a new person, new Sama, I need to go through the river of the unknown. The river of the unknown is scary, but bear in mind, don't go back, don't look back. You are, if you focus forward to your goals, break your goals, small, teeny, tiny goals. Maybe you can put a daily goal, a weekly goal, and a monthly goal, and then an annual goal. This is how I use this for myself since ever. But now, actually, it's going as a routine, an instinct in my brain. So you need to do this, and don't be scared if you are under a highly method. You believe in yourself, you believe in the process, you believe that you're doing the right thing. Don't be scared. And any traumatized person, I have the newest, latest technique for trauma therapy. There are loads of trauma therapy, and the latest. So whoever, I have 3 people now. They are having cognitive behavior therapy with me through the phone. Some of them, they really massively changed in 2 months. One of them, he is 17-year-old boy who has been traumatized with cognitive COVID-19. He is a
Wow.
smart boy. He came to from the Middle East and settled with his family uh, in the UK. He is British citizen. He was living like me, living in the Middle East. But once he settled here, the country was hit with coronavirus as the other world. But this boy, he faced a lot of difficulty. He had sort of anxiety and trauma and everything. So I'm working on every step or every specific detail, and he is really, really massively changing very quickly. Now, I'll tell you honestly, as as much as you discover your brain abilities and go ask for the right people, the right question to change your life, as early as you come, as faster you change your life. Now, this is 16-year-old. I have 26 who had changed his life through last year. He was with me. I have 40s. I have people in their 40s.
Yeah.
Whenever you are older, you have a lot of issues, which is something from the past, the environment, anything else. They will affect you. But if you, I will give you a technique and I will give you a plan to ignore everything from the past and work on your future. And this is the scary thing that you're talking about. This is the fear,
Mm.
the unknown. But if you are with a person, a practitioner, a coach, a brain coach, like a physical coach, when he's tell you, you will be fine, you don't need any surgery, believe in him and go with his methods. I had been injured injured through a car accident. They told me you need a surgery to your back immediately. I have disc herniation. I said I'm not going to go through disc surgery. So I went through a very tough, intensive personal trainer, physiotherapist
Yeah.
training and journey, a year and a half, and it disappeared. They made MRI for my back. I said, this woman is not that woman. So if you believe in the person who's going to do the thing for you and you believe that you are going to survive, you are going to change, you're going to be stronger, you will have a very strong brain, you will. So it is about believing. And when you are with a practitioner, he will or she will break your fears. Don't ever say that these fear will disappear and immediately they will vanish. No, you will need intensive work on yourself. These fears and the trauma in your life and these habitual things, yeah, making you, dragging you down and not you're not able to change, they need 90 days intensive work from yourself with a highly clinically designed methods with a practitioner to overcome and be stronger and never fear. When you have the knowledge and the techniques, you can apply these techniques I give you forever, for everything in your life. So don't be
I,
scared.
I was gonna say, like, can people like implement these changes themselves, or do they need an expert, or is it a case of they have to do both?
Okay, some people, they are high. This is a very good question. because if you are not in the field of the brain or well-being or mental health. Now, for me, the I read thousands of literature, research. So what I'm applying is research based, and it is the latest from the very perfect people. I have all the books here. I can show people if they want. And these people are professional professors, neuroscientists, or psychiatrists, or any other doctor type of people who work with the brain. So if you are aware, you are in this field, you can put the techniques for yourself, as I did for myself. So
Amazing. Can you talk us through those techniques?
yes, if you are not in this field, you need to ask people to help. You need to ask either a brain coach or health well-being. So for me, I am your cognitive brain coach. I am your health and well-being and leadership or anything else. It's all combination in one. So
Mm.
if you need education, you are in the education system, I can teach you. If you are in the coaching and motivation system, I can help you. Brain coaching, I'm here. Leadership role, you are facing difficulty with your employer, with your peers, I'm here. It's all in one field. It's all here, and it all had steps, and it is research based. Cognitive neuroscience, it's all in one place here, but it had categorizing. If people are only categorized in one area, they can fix one area. But for me, I am learning everything. So the people who come inside rising brains, or they call rising brains, they will have a comprehensive approach. But once you had these techniques, it will be like hardwired in your brain, and you will have, so this is where the brain plasticity work. You will have the ability to change your life by yourself, by the self-awareness. But it needs the first step. You need somebody to push you, to help you, to give you the road, to give you the roadmap, teach you techniques. And some people, they will accelerate by themselves. Some people, they will still struggle. It is um, based on their lifestyle, on their problems, or anything else they are and they came through in the past. So it will be all discussed in one, maybe two sessions. So if
Mm.
I find that these people are so aware, only I will refer them to the best ideas. If they say yes, here we go. If they say I can't, it's hard, I hate, this is not going to work.
Yeah, because they need that willpower.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And now I'll tell you honestly, I came and settled. I was born here, lived here until I was 9. Then I changed a lot of countries. I went through lots from west to east. But I settled back here in England and to 2014. I was 40 years old. So I really, really need to work up on my mindset and change my hardwired, but I am very flexible. I wanted that. So there is a hardwire. So the software, hardware. So if you have this hardware and you came from another country, or you are tradition person and you want to change, you really need to work on the new software in your brain. And this is where we come. So we will build your new software, which will go to be your new hardware, which is your new mindset. So if you want to say about Sama, she is a change attitude. So I always change through the life. I'm with the child as a child. I'm with seniors as a senior. I'm with
Mm.
adults as so I can be flexible on all these ages with all these people. I enjoy with them. They enjoy staying with me. Enjoy. So this is how I have all these programs. The mindset is, it's too hard to change it, but
Yeah.
if you have the flexibility to use your brain plasticity, you can do anything.
Fantastic. Samaa, where can people find out about your services and get in touch with you?
My services. So there is the website, risingbrains.co.uk, and you can just email me if you like. There is the phone number, if you can put it through the screen, or it is 007 077 8403020, and I am through, there is Instagram, account, there is LinkedIn account, there is Twitter account, there is Facebook account for my business. And if you write on Google Rising Brains Limited, everything will appear to you. You can get in touch with me through the Rising Brains Google account, business account. You will find loads and loads of information there because I'm updating and uploading all the new information and pictures and services about us.
Amazing. And your name on Facebook and LinkedIn is the same as you've got it written out here,
Ye-
yeah?
Yes, but we have a Rising Brains Limited Facebook account other than Samaa Al Musali Facebook account. There is Twitter, Rising Brains Limited, and the Rising Brains Limited for Instagram. All of them. If you only Google Rising Brains Limited, you will find all these accounts and you choose whatever applies to you and get in touch with me or give it to someone else you are concerned about to help. So these are the ways that you can get in touch.
Fantastic.
All available, all straightforward. Comes to me and I'll be answering you soon, very quickly.
Amazing. Thank you, Samaa, for joining us today. And thank you guys for watching as well. Really, really appreciate it. We're going to have a read through all the comments as well a little bit afterwards. Do join us next week at the same time. No, not at the same time. Do join us next week, 6 p.m. We're going to be having a real juicy conversation with a well-known contact that I'm pretty sure you all know about. It's going to be really amazing. I mean, this guy has massively grown his business to the point where he's had to buy a complete new location for his business services. So do join us for the conversation next week, next Thursday, 6 p.m. right here on Livewire TV.